Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Odio, and I'm back today to do a Blu-ray review for you. And this one is going to be Scooby-Doo and Krypto 2. Yeah, it's another crossover animated movie. It's going to be a good one. Let's get into it. All right, so the comic book crossover of the ages is here. I know there's an old Scooby-Doo Batman with Brave and the Bold, but this one's got Krypto and the Justice League and the Scooby-Doo gang. What the heck happened to get them all involved? Well, let me get into it for you. So this movie starts off at the Hall of Justice. All the Justice League is gone. Lois Lane and Jimmy are there looking around trying to find the Justice League, got their flashlight. Where are they gone? What's going on? Is some kind of a mystery? Then these Banshee ghosts come and attack them. They get scared, have to run away. They're like, oh my god, I don't know, everyone's gone. How are they going to deal with ghosts? The Justice League is gone. You know what they do? They hire the Scooby-Doo gang. Yes, the Mystery Machine and all is coming to town. They're going to be looking for the Justice League. Woohoo! So when the Scooby-Doo gang is coming on into Metropolis, you know, Fred, Velma, Daphne, Scooby, Shaggy, they're driving in the Mystery Machine. As they're on the way in, there's a really, really funny montage of the whole town. You get to see so many bad guys like Giganta, Joker, Harley, Grundy, Zod and them are there at one point too. They're just driving through we're not here for any of them. It's awesome though when they see Grundy, they're like, oh no, we remember Grundy, because that's who they ran into at the Batman Brave and Bold crossover. Hilarious, it's great, they're all the same universe, fantastic. So as they get going, we really get into the fun stuff. So the Scooby-Doo gang goes and meets up with Lois and Jimmy. They get a little tour of the Hall of Justice, and they're looking for Clue, checking things out like they do. They had to give Scooby some Scooby snacks. It's pretty funny too, they're willing to side with villains or anyone for some snacks. So it's awesome though, when they get there, there's a lot of really funny jokes, the Scooby-Doo gang plays Velma takes off her glasses at one point, and Lois is like, well, where Velma?
And who is this?
Yo, we haven't met.
What are you talking about? That's
Velma!
What's going on? He puts it back on. Oh, there you are. And because how just Superman just puts the glasses on and they can't see him. So everybody in Metropolis can't recognize people when they take their glasses off and on.
Velma wears glasses. And where'd she go?
It's a running joke. It's really funny. It's cute that they did that, and the Scooby-Doo gang does a they do a little iteration of it. It's awesome. So when they show up, they say they're going to go check out the Hall of Justice, see these ghosts for themselves, and figure out what's going on. Try to pull the mask off and see who it is. So when they get there and they're looking around, they're searching through the Hall of Justice. Fred at one point goes down and he sees the Batman's utility belt. And he steals it and puts it on. Oh my god, it's awesome. Anyway, you do find out it's not the real bat belt, but it's a toy one or whatever. But he's always like, we're being chased, let me throw this. A pencil eraser will fall out. Oh no, we're under attack. He'll throw a happy birthday balloon or something out of his pocket. But he keeps trying to use it. He refuses to abandon the belt. And it does kind of help once or twice, I think. But it was just awesome that he kept going to that well over and over again. And Shaggy and Scoob, they ran into Krypto. So they do find Superman's dog. He's there, but they don't know where, and he can't talk. It's funny because Scooby can kind of talk, but Krypto can't. I think they'd sort of make them be able to communicate in dog and then have Scoob sort of relate. But they don't do that. And as they're exploring around, they find this hologram sort of danger room. It was so funny. Of course, Scooby and Shaggy go in there, screw things up, and they break the machine, and all these villains are there. So you actually get to see Shaggy kind of fighting with Joker and Zod and everybody. They get a cool little action scene. They do the whole Scooby jokes where it's oh, we're Detective this. Everybody put these shirts on. You're on this team. It's really funny to see how they treat the DC supervillains. It's way more of a joke than what it would normally be, but it works here. The tone is great. You'll have so much fun. If you like Scooby-Doo or Justice League, the Justice League's not really in it, but they're in that world, and honestly, it's probably better the Justice League isn't in it, because there's not a lot of time. There's a lot of characters as it is, right? But it's still cool, and it's a neat mystery, and they get locked into the Hall of Justice. And I mean, it's probably because, Scooby-Doo and them are involved. They're locked in the building, can't get out till they solve the mystery. They even have, there's a song, it's like Brave, they're getting chased playing this Brave song. And they do the whole Benny Benassi thing, where they go into one door, come out the other door, back in the bottom door, and then they run into each other and stuff. Scooby-Doo, when I was a kid, used to do that every episode. I love it. It's great to see it here. And they don't disappoint. They, like I said, they have the Banshees come in. There's a whole array of Banshees that come in at one point. They realize Lex Luthor and his assistant are locked in there with them. They talk to Lex a whole bunch. He's well voice acted in this. I really like the performance. He's well done. And you actually, at one point, Lex gives that speech from that Gene Hackman gives from Superman. My dad always told me they're going to run out of land. You got to have land. People are always going to need that. And he wants the land around there because I guess he's going to build the LexCorp tallest tower ever. But it turns out that he's actually not the villain. What? It ends up that his assistant is the real villain who's made the Justice League disappear with a Phantom Zone projector, which is awesome. That's what Superman uses to send Zod and them off to the Phantom Zone, that triangle thing. Well, they've got a projector for putting people in it. That's what they use to get rid of the Justice League. And Lex is like, well, that's fine, but now I'm still part of this plan, even though you kind of tricked me too. Now that they're gone, I'm going to destroy the Hall of Justice and build up LexCorp Tower. He's going to build the biggest tower that's ever been built. And he's like, ta-da! And everyone's like, what? Scoob and Shag are like, I don't know what this guy's showing us. And Mercy said she was going to build a big tower too and a supervillain headquarter with unlimited snacks. And Scoob and Shag were like, yeah, okay, we're with her. They're like, what? She said supervillain. They're like, yeah, unlimited snacks, Daphne. Come on now, be reasonable. Makes sense to me. So then when Lex announces that, Mercy's like, oh my God, I thought you lost your edge, Lex, but turns out you're edgier than ever. And a whole bunch of bulldozers show up to destroy the Hall of Justice. So we get an insane final fight coming up here. Besides Fred using the bat belt here and there, he also saw an invisible tank and an invisible jet. So him and the valet, they go and get in those. Lex has all of his magical bulldozers, which are powered by kryptonite and can turn into robots. They're basically the Constructicons. Right on. And just like the real Constructicons, they're on the bad guy team. So they're coming in to attack and destroy the Justice League Hall of Justice. And Krypto has to fight them. And of course, the whole Scooby-Doo gang is out there. Shaggy and Scoob at one point are driving a truck, shooting ketchup and mustard out the top of it. It's hilarious. They're playing all the Scooby-Doo gang tricks and stuff. And Krypto's actually fighting them and things. And they have to defeat a bunch. Velma at one point, gets in a robot, hacks it, takes it over. She's destroying guys. It was awesome. It's a lot of fun. You end up, it's hard not to smile. You're watching so much fun. And of course, they eventually free the Justice League. And then when they get out, they're all drawn the very old Super Friends style. It was really cool to see. All their lines are very cheesy, oh, thank you. We are the heroes who have come to rescue the day. But it was really fun to see them get to meet finally with Scooby-Doo and them after they had saved the whole day and everything. And they even run into Grundy again at one point in the middle of it. They think because they have to trick Mercy. So they actually think Grundy's a projection, but he's real. And they remember him from the last time they were there, like I said earlier. So really enjoyed those parts. And anyways, once they free the Justice League, I thought it was going to be another big fight, but not really. That's kind of it. The mystery is solved. They're saved. You get some cool after credit moments and stuff like that. But overall, this Blu-ray is a blast. I had a lot of fun watching it. It's one of the newer ones I've got in my collection, but it's really fun. I like the crossover. I like the idea of these two worlds kind of blending in together. It's been done before, and it really works here. If you haven't seen it, definitely check this one out. I think you'll have a really good time. I'm going to give it an 8.5 on the odometer. Great time, great animation, lots of fun, and an interesting crossover idea. Thanks so much for watching this far, guys. I really appreciate that. Please like, share, and subscribe to the video. And remember, everybody, stay out of trouble.